Hi, hello. Hi, hello. My name is Julia, and I could be your erotic photographer. I have a slide next to me, not this that way. Okay, that's why I don't really understand how I should sit here, but I will get used to. So, I would like to talk about the failures, okay, because this is a very important part of the learning, okay, and you can talk about, how successful you are and how good you are all the time, but the main things what the actually resolutions and understanding and how to say and learning comes from is from the failures, okay. And recently, because I have experience and I'm such a great photographer, that's how you think, okay. I recently had a great failure. Okay, and I want to talk about this because you will have this situation and you will have this type of clients and you will understand from the feel of it the way I will describe you everything. Okay, so when and I'm such a person that I will give all my heart. I am creating on the highest vibration. I am trying to connect with my client. I'm trying to feel. I'm trying to make something extraordinary, something unique, something, how to say, have not seen, have not, visualized, something like that. It is not always a case that your client would like this. Okay. And I was mistaken. Okay, I was mistaken. So I had this couple which looked to me really open minded. Okay, and so I wanted to make like a hot party, clubbing, dungeon feeling, that kind of a dirty, sexy, how to say, raw photography. Okay, if you look at the Tom Ford, maybe something like that, like really realistic. Okay, and so it was my mistake to take this decision. And the reason why I'm telling you is because the first thing what every photographer learns in the nude photography business is to create safe shots. And those shots are that everyone would like it. That's how people understand studio photography. That's how people see it online. That's how people associate themselves with. Okay, and the same shots, I'm not saying these are the boring ones, okay, but if you're making them with the same lighting and then again and again, it becomes a boring one. Okay, and before this couple there was another couple who probably did a lot of homework, and they told me specifically, okay, they said, we don't need any crazy lighting. Okay, we want a very standard, a very classy, a very, how to say, usual looks. We don't need anything new. Okay, and I was like, well, okay, and I lit them that way. But because you're shooting so many years in a similar style, you want to go crazy and you want to try something new. And I have no regrets. It brings me a lot of understanding about what I should do next. And I would like to share this experience from start to the end. Okay, and I was even going to read you the feedback. Okay, the feedback from my clients, what they thought and how they represented this, but I did not prepare, so I will just try to describe you. So how it was that I can see that the couple had a very high expectations. Okay, the way they are and the way they prepared for the shoot, they bring the whole big luggage, okay, of outfits, and all the outfits were like clubbing party, a high end, a lot of high heel shoes. Okay, it's like was wow. Okay, so they were like seriously prepared, seriously wanted something. Okay, and I felt that. Okay, with them I felt a really high pressure. Okay, you just can feel this. And with some people, you have a shoot. Like I've recently shot a very long, okay, photo shoot with a couple. And I was surprised how light I was feeling, okay? How I wasn't tired, I wasn't drained, I wasn't exhausted. And that's what tell you is it is very good to understand that and represent your artwork so you would not get those people who will tire you out and worn you out because they have such a great expectation. So over the email, they said that they did not like the pictures at all. They actually were shocked. Okay, and I can make that effect on people, right? So they were shocked. They did not realize and how to say, they didn't like anything except they like sex at my studio. They enjoy that. They like the photo shoot experience and the studio itself. So that is a great bonus. And they like the drinks. So they offered me to pay for the drinks, okay, for those few cocktails they had. That was like, they hit over the belt. Okay. Seriously, I was like, okay. And so I said, no, no, you don't need to pay anything because this is my policy. And then I remembered, okay, these moments. So my makeup artist, she's like a really high-end lady. Okay. And so she didn't like the makeup. Okay, she didn't like the makeover, and I was just thinking, why is she taking so long? And there was a lot of chatting going on, and I just thought, yeah, this is a high maintenance clients, okay, who need a lot of work. When you're doing nails, for example, and they don't like the varnish, and they need to ask you to remove it and put another varnish, and then they again not happy. I had this makeup artist who was telling me about his clients, okay. And so here we go. Okay, so she didn't like the makeup, although the clients itself were so beautiful, so gorgeous people that you would not even think that they would stand for such a, how to say, for such a personality. Okay, so they were really, how to say, they were really amazing, okay, and fine and open-minded. But there was few, bells were ringing, and that was very strange for me. Okay, and now when I'm coming back to all of it, I can tell you where I those seen those red flags. So first of all, she arrived with the makeup, and it was very strange because for a mature and how to say, classy lady like that, she had sparks shadows. Okay, so it was there right in the morning, and she had silver, like it's not like a shimmer like I have the shimmer. No, she had this sparks glued on the eyes, and I just thought, oh my god, that's so cheap, that's so bimbo, that's so how to say, horrible. I was like, no. And my makeup artist, and she was like, and her partner saying, she walks every day, this is her standard look, she is doing this all the time. And I was like, oh my gosh. And my makeup artist removed everything, okay, and she made a very nice Barbie. Okay, look, very beautiful, eyes, very classy, very high end, okay, makeup. And she was not happy with this, okay, because it has changed her. Okay, it has changed her. She didn't look like she used to. Okay, she didn't look. And the partner said, he said, I remember you when we were getting married, you were looking like that. Okay, so that was the long time ago. And I don't know, she didn't like probably getting married or something, but she didn't like, okay? She didn't like the makeup. She didn't like the change, the transformation. She didn't like the hairstyle, okay? The hair were amazing. It's a beautiful waves. And at this slideshow, which I prepare, you can see some of it. So I removed and I cropped the images. And of course, I removed everything what was explicit, what was sexy. You kind of sense and understand what is going on in the scene, more or less, from the images what I will show you now. But the thing is that the moment we stopped the shoot, okay, she was very angry with her hair, and she said, I cannot go outside with the hair like this. Where is my straightener? And she started straightening the hair and changing it. And I thought, fuck, something is not right there, you know. But overall, I believed, you know, in the bottom of my heart that we had a successful shoot, okay? Because we shoot, so basically we planned 10 outfits, okay? We planned 10 outfits because they bring maybe 20, okay? I had to downgrade, okay? We had 2 hour session. I chose 10 outfits. We managed to shoot 8, maybe 8 or 9, whatever, but not everything, okay, because few was left. So imagine in 2 hours session you have to change the lights, the sets, the scenes, the posing, the fantasy idea 10 times, okay, in 2 hours shoot. I have explained her partner that what they will get is raw files, okay, raw files. And so we shot over 1,000 images, okay? Because when you are making sex and having a making love scenes, there are a lot of moments to shoot, okay? You're not just shooting the dress, you're shooting how the person is undressing, you're shooting how is in the passion, you're shooting in all the ways possible. And of course, the photography, probably what they expected to see is edited final finish, you know? And the reason why I say this, because they are in the jewelry business, and when you're doing the jewelry, right, it's finished product. It is finished product, but in the reality, the material which arrives, the metal, is raw, right? It looks in a different way. You need to heat it up and you need to form it up, right? And of course, you need to polish everything, and you need to, how to say, to place everything in the place and create that material, right, which you see. It doesn't come in the real nature like that, right? You need to combine those tones, you need to make a design, you need to finish it. And I have explained them that they are getting a raw file and they are getting everything. The reason why I send the raw file is to my clients is because I have no time to process 1,000 pictures. Okay, what I do is during the processing I just remove some which are, how to say, before the we get into the scene testing lights. Okay, I remove only that, and then I give everything what we shot, and I allow client to see the whole process of the shoot, how they progressed, how I progressed, and choose the best ones. And from that file, they actually had to choose 30, which is a big task. Okay, it is not my fault that they bring so many outfits, okay? And it is not my fault that, how to say, they wanted all of this, okay? The only thing that I would learn, and I will explain you later, is probably doing the safe photography and understanding those clients and those expectations would get me to a better place with myself, okay? So I created, because the outfits were so crazy, people are so crazy, they had lots of tattoos, they had a lot of piercings, okay? The lady itself, you know, I asked her, what is your bust, what is her bust size? And the guy didn't know. He says she's changing her breasts all the time. He says, I even don't know what is her size now. And she's like, oh, this is a double F. So her size in general is extra small lady. She has the legs like my arms. Okay, she was very petite, very skinny, very miniaturic, like you know, in this fairy tale world, you know, beautiful and gorgeous and sexy couple. Okay, both very flexible. Okay, both dancers, both can do, you know, a lot of stuff in the studio. You don't need to push them. So we made a lot of also dirty videos, okay, in the same time. And I am proud of everything what I made, okay, because I believe that there will be people who would like to try this crazy thing and would like to go into this kind of arty contemporary looks, right? But it wasn't for them. Like I say, some people want to see a perfect result. The reason why they change themselves so much, and especially the lady had a lot of work done, okay, is because they are not secure and not happy with themselves. Okay, so coming to you as a photographer, you need to understand that they would not be happy to see any unsuccessful shot. Okay, and so, for example, shot like that, if you would lift her, you can see the image right now, right? If you lift her skirt, you would see that she has a flat bum. Comparing with her bust, which is like that, okay, she had no bum. Okay, it looked like that. So the profile picture, sideways would look funny. Okay, these people need a lot of work and how to say, and a lot of impact from the photographer. And I would just want you to quickly go through the slides, okay? So you then can see what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, so let's start. I hope it's starting. Okay, so there was a simple background shoot with the white dress and with some cuddles, kisses, and lingerie adventures. They were touching each other. There was like a close connection. It's the first scene. It's an introduction to the shoot when they move around, okay, when they're being as a couple and creating that bond in front of the camera. This set is goes into how to say more maybe artistic mode. So you can see one picture is one light, the other picture is another light, right? And so we created how to say here is like more contemporary, more fetish maybe situation, but that's how I felt it. Okay, you can see the lights, okay, and you can see her standing. And this is something what they did not like. They do not appreciate this kind of like arty shots because they do not see probably anything. And then the lighting in general, it's more clubbing. Okay, I think that was too much in the way. Although the love and the passion and how to say an experience was there, but I should have removed and probably shot everything in the similar light. But again, they do not like it because of the not enough light for them. So I was mixing a standard shot, which is a standard shot, but still has some blue light trim. Okay, you can see it on the shirt, on the white shot. Shirt. It has a little bit of the bluiness, okay, in it. And so it's a classical standard position when they stand in front of each other and starting the scene with a kissing. Okay, so you can see here a triangle, okay, where is the arm that is a blue light. So everywhere where I shot, I've adjusted and I added a little bit of a different lighting, okay, different filter, okay, which didn't didn't go with them at all. They didn't like this how to say contemporary look in the background, and they didn't like it on their clothing or stuff. Okay, so you can see that there is some action going on, and you can understand what is this scene about, what kind of the closeness we represent, okay, here, and who is doing what. And again, like I say, we're jumping from one light, okay, creating one situation, okay, and going into a different uh, outfit here. Okay, this is a golden set. It was amazing in my opinion. Okay, they both how to say into dancing, and they both can strike very nice poses, and their bodies are great and their outfits are great. And if I would keep to one light, with these people you should choose one lighting, confirm with this with the couple this lighting, okay, and do not change anything because that's what they like. You should stick with it. What I have done is I was keep changing and giving them more, okay, and giving them more, it's not necessarily is the good choice, especially in this kind of a case where we again change the lights here, okay, like you see, going into a fetish adventures, okay, which where our photo shoot was like, okay, there was a lot of that kind of a flavor, okay, there was a lot of restraints, penetration, There was a lot of toys, and it was just, how to say, uh, it was hardcore shoot all the time, and the part what they've enjoyed is changing into the outfits and having sex in my studio, and that is a, a, a bell to me, because if I would think about that, fuck, that's really bad, you know. I mean, great that they enjoyed. You can see now we're changing the light. Okay, we're going into another outfit which I've, how to say, set it up, red shorts, and he is wearing a pants with the red flowers. Okay, it's very sexy. You can see the bust, right? We have these moments there and there, okay, and it's huge. Okay, the bodies are all great and tanned and worked out. Okay, it was a pleasure to work with, but no matter how you would shoot it, okay, it was too much, it was too arty. Okay, I would put those pictures on the wall, okay, because it is art for me. But for people with such a mentality who do not understand kind of like an art, it is very hard to convince. Okay, and so it is tricky for the artist to create anything arty. Okay, because it's risky. Okay, it's risky. You are actually risking, okay, not to get paid. Okay, even if you, how to say, connected with these people, even if you feel the passion, you can see I'm also introducing some of the light. Okay, which probably, how to say, majority time it was a problem, right? So what can I say? The passion was on point. Okay, why I love shooting couples is because couples can connect very easily and then can create that passion in the studio. Okay, and these moments which are raw, okay, which are in the moment when you're documenting, okay, the adventure, when you're documenting the things what happening in your studio, is not necessarily what people like. Okay, some people like staged perfect shots, okay, without any like that, you know. You see, this is a, again, we're going into a dungeon, right? So this is like a one lighting, but it's a dungeon atmosphere, right? And you can see that there is like a bright and strong colors, which I wanted to be, okay. And again, this is all the way I see it, okay, the way I present it, but not necessarily people like this, okay. I'm telling you this, okay. And so because I had such a failure like that, I would place out, look, it's beautiful for me, this blue is just amazing, right? But people do not understand such an art, okay. They do not understand, they see a lot of imperfections in them, and do not understand the images in general. So I would, in the future now, play the slideshow of the hundreds of lighting options, okay, and I would ask them to choose and show me what kind of the lighting they would like to achieve. Okay, what kind of the lighting they would like to choose, and explain, you know, how it's happening and why it's happening. Okay, and explain how long it will take to use and shoot this lighting, because like I say, you're putting all the hard work in there, you are risking, you're making such shots, okay, which I consider art, okay, and which I think that is the high end photography, okay, but that is just my opinion, okay. People who participated in the shoot, they do not think this way, okay. They think that the sex was great in my studio, they enjoyed that part, okay. But what I'm saying is, I do not want to invite couples to just only have sex in my place, okay. We having sex to create certain pictures, okay. And so if they do not like this wild stuff what they make, okay, during their sex, okay, I'm having a problem here, right? You can see one lighting goes into the other lighting. That is the shocker for people in general, okay? Because they have not seen so many That's me, This is my energy translate through the pictures, okay? And this is with my eyes, I represent of who they are, okay? Seriously. And my artwork makes people feel something, okay? And by that, I am saying that they feel not all the time positive reactions, positive emotions, okay? And that's fine because the art doesn't have to be beautiful, okay? That's something for me, it's just a must, okay? Art doesn't have to be perfect and art doesn't have to be beautiful, okay? Art has to make you feel something, okay? And that's what you have to remember for yourself when you're making art, and I encourage everyone to do so, okay? It's just here we're having a problem, okay? If you're not gonna make those safe shots, if you're not gonna recognize the clients what they want, because in the reality they will pay. They are not like bad people who came to use you and abuse you, okay? It just we moved on so far ahead now with the photography, okay, that they don't want to see, okay, this part of the jewelry arrived in their inbox, okay. They don't want to see this raw material. They want a final result. And if I would choose 30 or 50 best pictures and I would edit them and I would show them how they look after a post production, I would have a totally different response. However, I can tell you this lighting was too much for them. It was just too crazy. Okay. It was just too arty. It was just too contemporary. Okay. And the reason why I did such a mistake is because I felt that way from them. I felt that energy from them, okay? The way they were communicating with each other, okay? The way they were looking at the sex, the way they were looking at their bodies, okay? I wanted to make something crazy. I just had that feeling about them, okay? And the feeling what I had about them, they didn't like it, okay? They didn't. And so, what are my resolutions now after this photo shoot? I don't want people to come to my studio to just have sex. Okay? I don't want. Seriously. And I don't want to do any of mistakes like that. So, what I would do is I would need to speak more with my clients, okay, and understand in the depth what kind of, because when you're making one type of photography or one type of artwork, there is very hard to make a mistake. No, seriously, you can't make a mistake if you are shooting just one way and they are choosing you for that, okay? But the thing is that there are so many people come through my door and I shoot it in all the way possible. That's how they feel about them, okay? And so they've seen a different artwork and they chose me for a photo shoot that other studios make. Okay, that's how they imagine this. And I went beyond that and I've created a file about who they are. Okay. And they were in a fucking shock when they see that file. You would not believe how many dirty pictures. And I actually chose this light, such a hard, harsh, and how to say, I am even surprised of myself. Why? Okay. But then I received a really hard and harsh message saying that everything was fucking horrible. They looked at it and they could not even find a picture they liked. Okay. And I was like, yeah, I missed it. I completely, I just completely blew it. And it's not like I blew it, okay? I liked the shoot, okay? It was different. It was hot, you know? It was raw, it was sexy. But the thing how they look about themselves, if she doesn't like the wrinkle on that picture, she doesn't like the whole shoot, okay? That's kind of a situation I have here at the moment, okay, with type of people. And the way that my makeup artist was trying to please her and go a mile ahead, that was for me a warning, okay, which I did not realize at the start, okay, that we needed to speak with them both, okay, both of them, and that I needed to listen to her, okay. So the guy doesn't play any role in there, you know, and he was saying that I am, because when we put this collar on his neck, he was saying, I am a slave in the real life for you. I'm doing everything the way you want and I'm slaving for you. Why would I need to be a slave? And I was just joking. I said, just for one scene, I said, you know, it's just matching your outfit and matching the idea, okay? And she got wild, okay, being dominant, and she got wild and she fucked him so hard, okay, that the photo shoot at that moment represented her maybe masculine side, because the pictures how she looked like a man, okay. And so yeah, okay, that kind of an energy was there, and I was able to capture everything, okay. I was able to translate the situation. And of course, when you are so well, you know, she's like a fairy. She's like a fairy, beautiful, innocent face, okay? Beautiful body in general, trying to, how to say, well, very, you know, you know, when people are very strict with themselves, okay? Trying to be perfect and trying to be someone else, okay? It is very hard to actually please them. And And I would be next time very careful when I see those people, okay? Because I would need to identify exactly what kind of the lighting at the shoot they would like to get, okay? Then I need to identify those securities which were ringing really, you know, high on the during that shoot, that everything what will be not aesthetically right, okay, not perfect, okay, not glamorous. So if I would have, for example, an escort lighting, they would loved it, okay, couple escort glamour shoot, they would loved it, okay. And that's was my mistake. If I would run the whole show in that way and give them that, I think I would get away with it. You know, the makeup we being bad, you know, the hair style being bad, you know, I would get away with this. The videos how how I shot it, they were also very like real, ruined, and how to say dirty. Okay, just nasty, dirty, that kind of a feel. Okay, and that's, you know, it wasn't like a very nice, beautiful sex, but I like this way. Okay, and that's where the passion and that's where the energy lies. Okay, in this type of an experience, in this type of the emotions. Okay, so I would like to end up this video, especially when I showed you the slideshow and you can imagine everything in a kind of a solution mode. Okay. So, number one solution is to recognize these clients. Okay. You can see them when they bring in the outfits. Okay. It's going to be a high maintenance because there are a lot of high end, very specific pieces. Okay. Not just sexy outfits, but very specific pieces. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, when during the makeover and preparation, okay, they do not want to change very much. They do not want that transformation. Okay, they probably want that dirty look. Okay, dirty look. Okay, not like soft and beautiful and innocent and stuff. No, no. Okay, so that was a mistake. Then the hairstyle should be the way they like it. Okay, and some people would like to come and change and transform their look and see how they look like in a different way, not on the daily basis how they would look in the real life. Okay, but they change, and this case was a mistake. Okay, they actually wanted this particular style, no matter what we think is good or not. That's how they want. Okay, and so another thing is that if I would go for a soft, glamorous escort shoot, it will be perfect. Okay, for them. What I would say is what they wanted is that the really soft, okay, less skin texture and less raw, okay, and harsh light, okay. So diffused and really dim light was the preference, okay. And the last thing is you would need to send at least few edited shots, okay? When you have selected yourself a perfect, make a decision, not give them the raw file, not give them everything, because it will ruin the experience, okay? They will think, fuck, that was just like horrible, okay? Because, this is my vagina there, this is my lips there, this is my boobs like that, this is the wrinkles like that. In this position, I look like not a goddess anymore, but a dirty slut. Actually, she arrived like a slut, okay, with this makeup. And so she wanted to look like a slut, but in a very classy and, how to say, sophisticated way. Okay. And so I did not realize, I would not even put through this kind of a sex experience. Okay. I would just not go because they were like all wild. Okay. The shoot was wild and very tempo and very, how to say, dynamic. Okay, what that means, dynamic. When the couple goes into the pose and they enjoy that pose and they want to stay in this pose, okay, they cuddle, they kiss, they just say, and I say to them, okay, now you need to change, okay, because I shot this pose. And this couple does not need that type of direction, okay. What they were doing is they changing all the time, okay. And so that means that they start like that, they start changing, then they start legs putting on, hands putting on. She was like that, he was, on hands, he was doing all kind of, virtual stuff, and she was like in general very lightweight, so she could be in the air and everywhere. And imagine she's in the air, I supposed to go and shoot it from the distance, okay, and show how beautiful they are in the air together. He's holding it, not shooting from the below, showing how explicit and how dirty it can get, when you spread your legs like this and when the vagina penetrates the cock and that kind of stuff. I mean, I represented as well like a dirty and wild side of me in this photo shoot, and I was less, how to say, less sensual, okay, more animalistic, okay. And that wasn't right, okay. People do see themselves more beautiful, okay, and more romantic and more, how to say, classy, okay, when you see that they have a very expensive wardrobe, okay, I would not go into dirty till you not get an accomplished, a very fancy, classy, glamour escort look. That was my lesson. Okay, that was. And then I would not send them all the raw files. Okay, I would shoot less because you are not able to process 1,000 pictures. Okay, 100 pictures is nearly 3 hours. Okay, imagine if you're processing 1,000 pictures, which from the 1,000 pictures, 70% shots will be absolutely spot on and on point. Okay, without repetitions, they were just all different. Okay, different angle, different, how to say, framing, different posing, different movement. You're catching and you, how to say, capturing everything on the go, right? So with that couple, I would not let them lead, okay? Because what was happening is that I was just documenting, okay? It was not staged, okay? It was not set up and it was not staged. What they wanted is it's a stage and set up light, which they confirmed with you that yes, this is the lighting they like, okay? And then fucking stick with it, okay? Don't go anywhere, okay? Let them just change 10 times, okay? And let them do the thing they want to, okay? Don't be artistic sometimes, okay? I think for the bravery and for artistry, I get an A. Okay. And in the shoot for client service, well, this is a tricky one to, how to say, evaluate because they like the place, they like the studio, and they like the experience I provide. Okay. They didn't like the makeover result. Okay. And they didn't like the photography result. So how to say, so it's very hard to evaluate. Okay, but I'm really glad and happy that by this day I get this such a lesson. Okay, because it was amazing. It shocked me. It shocked me to the point that I finally realized that I can't just go and make art. I can't. People need to confirm with me that that is what they want. Okay, that is their wish. Okay, it's like with this genie. Okay, they need to tell you that yes, I wish this and this. Okay, or yes, I wish that and that. Then it will be very hard to make something wrong. Okay, and that is probably the lesson for today for you. Okay, when you're making especially erotic nude art, it is very easy to go wrong. Okay, that is why I recommend always to get one thing which is basically classical, okay, in your own spin, in your own way, okay, and just shoot that, okay, and even then there will be people who are not fucking happy. Okay, not fucking happy, and you are not everyone's cup of tea, and these people should not even come to your studio. Okay, so when I will go to my website now, I understand that I need to specify, okay, even more the shooting, because I have different kind of lighting shootings, glamour, boudoir, nude, fetish. I have these styles presented, but I did not specify them as a product, okay, because I should mix. You have watched now the file, okay, which I had a random selection. I showed you different kind of things what we've done, okay, and all the poses were different, okay, and the lighting for every set, okay, was different, right? And so that's who I am. And it is strange for me to actually teach you to do everything in a different way. But I want to protect you from the failure. I want you to watch this video and understand that I fell into my own trap. I have not made the safe shots. Okay? If every session with them, like Christine, I would start from the safe shots. That means is a classic standard lighting. Okay? Not going into creating something new and new and new. Okay? I would be covered. Okay? That is rule number one in every studio. Actually, in every studio, they are afraid to move away from the classic and standard photography just because there are people, and there are probably many people who would not like it. Okay? So what happened is that with all these type of experience, they had an amazing time. Okay? They had an amazing time. And I don't know. I can give you my personal feedback. Okay, now is that this was a therapy session for a couple. Okay, and they had to come to my studio to have that shock. Okay, that's my opinion. The reason it was like an awakening for them, their brain had to see my artwork. Okay, and they had to send me this angry email. Okay, saying that they can't believe such a rubbish. Okay, photoshoot. They can't believe such a horrible pictures. Okay, they can't believe, that they need to pay that much for such a rubbish I've made. Okay, and that reminds me of situations when you go into the artwork gallery. Okay, and you think, fuck, it costs that much and it looks like shit. And I thought this way so many times. Okay, so this happened to me. Okay, when I try to create art, connect with the energy source. Okay, connect with the client's energy and present and how to say, give burn to the artwork, which is on their frequency, which is on their level. Okay, when they see themselves in the real light, now the artist represents them and see them, they hated it. They hated it. And so we both, on the one end, and on the other end, we both got lessons from it. Okay. The way I see it is that I've got my lessons. Okay. And so it inspired me. Have you noticed that, how to say, I'm not like angry on them, or I'm not like cursing them, or how to say, sending any kind of bad information or bad words. Okay. I just, as a doctor, I understand them. Okay. And as an artist, I understand that they are not ready for this. It was ahead of their time. When they will get old, they will understand this. Okay. They will understand what I've made for them. And that is why I've created this slideshow and I send it to them. Okay? It's not that, oh, I deleted your file and everything. No. I think that was like a great shoot. You would not believe what kind of behind the scenes the material I've got. That was like fucking hot and sexy and filthy. Okay, just filthy. And everyone wants to create that and try that. Okay, there are so many people who out of that energy and that passion, and I was that person who gave that spark to them, okay, to their ordinary life. I gave that spark to them and encouraged them to actually have that sex that they've enjoyed, okay. That is my feedback, okay, that they had to come here, they had to see me, I had to have these lessons and amazing footage I made, okay. This is going to be another, you know how I use this. It is not only I'm using this for a learning, teaching, okay, content right now. I'm gonna use this, okay, to sell a product, a dungeon, a party shoot, okay, because I did not risk that much, okay, before. I was making safe shots and safe shoots. This is the craziest and the riskiest I've got, okay. And the thing is, with those people who are in a in a body transformation, or how to say, personality transformation, right? Like you understand, she changed her boob so many times, she wasn't happy, okay. She's so petite, she's not supposed to have boobs at all, okay. She's so small that, oh my god, I can imagine how much of the, you know, if you extra small, okay, the tiny like that girl, okay, and have such a big ginormous boobs, why? To attract the fucking attention. If you need that much of the attention that people would look at you, okay, if you need that much, something is broken inside you, okay, seriously, seriously, okay. Because I have normal boobs, you know, they should fit in your hand, okay. The God gives you what the God gives you, right? And sometimes it's good to fix, but the thing is, fixing and going off the limit to the crazy side, okay, which I can refer to my photo shoot now, okay, going to a fucking crazy sign, getting finger, okay, Julia, okay, but I will sell, okay, seriously, I will sell this vision, I will sell this crazy dungeon lighting, you know, photo shoot, because I just wanted to know the feedback. I wanted to see if people like it. And I've posted some of the images on social media, cropped, okay? I usually do this. I do not represent the identity, you know, I remove everything that people would be not recognized. And I've got a very great response. You know why? Because it have not been seen. Okay, it is new. Okay, it is unusual, and that's why people don't like it. Okay, it is very hard to push and sell a new product, a new idea. Okay, which they did not familiar. Okay, with, and that was my failure. Okay, which I will make into success, because I've enjoyed it so much. I texted them that, you know what? I am happy that you had a great time. That's what you remember. Also, I made a slideshow for them in the future, because I know they will change their mind. They will get their lesson and their therapy. They've already seen those shots. Okay. The shock was created in their heads. The information, the files were placed, and it will be processing there. Okay, so from my bottom of the heart, I know that I did everything to help that person, and I got that sign from the above, because I'm a greatest artist who can connect during the photo shoot, lose myself in the art making process. And also what I do is I invite my clients to participate. It's not that I'm telling them what to do, but I'm letting them free and letting them go in this process. Okay? And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my failure story. I hope that you understand what kind of the situations can be or can happen with you, and it will be. It's inevitable. You cannot be a cup of tea for everyone, okay? The only problem is that these people were not ready, okay? They were not ready for such a fucking situation. They were just not ready and they were absolutely in shock. I understand, I have this power, to shock people. I have this power as an artist and I have to use it, okay? Because this is the greatest power, okay? They did not like it, they hate it, but they will never forget. Never, okay? The things what they've seen I've made for them, they will never forget. And I can tell you, the hottest videos by a mile, by a mile. Okay, couples are dreaming to get that passion on camera. They dreaming to have that. You know, you just looking at the footage and you're thinking, "Fuck, that's amazing." Okay. So I am proud of myself, proud of them telling you the truth, proud of that, proud of myself because I've agreed with the client. Okay, I seriously agreed. I seriously understand their frustration, their unhappiness. That's why I made that how to say slideshow for them, okay, to smoothen and to compensate somehow, okay, just to have at least the feeling that everything was fine. The studio, of course, paid makeover expenses because the makeup situation was also one of the unhappy points, and the studio made a tick because the cocktails I make are amazing. Okay, and even such a high maintenance lady, okay, who was in my studio, approved the drinks, okay, and she wanted to pay for the drinks. So can you fucking imagine how hard sometimes is to be yourself, to risk, okay? And there is one saying, don't listen to the client and give them what they want, okay? But you are a professional. You must decide for themselves what you need, what they need, okay? And me as a professional, as an artist, gave what they needed, okay? And they got an artwork. They were disgusted. No, seriously. They were disgusted with this file, okay? So many of dirty and disgusting things. And that's me, Julia. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, kiss you, mean it.